Hello guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a little bit more relaxed for me. I'm not going to be jumping around my office getting different shots. Instead, I'm just going to be sitting here at my desk and I'm going to be sharing my actual strategy with you guys as well as some tips to help you increase your click-through rate. So if you didn't know, I talked about it actually in a couple of videos. One of the metrics that YouTube kind of judges your channel by or judges your YouTube videos by is your click-through rate. So how many times are they presenting your video to people and how many people are actually clicking through to your video to watch your video. And I've shared other tips like how to keep people interested in your videos, how to increase your audience retention, and that doesn't really come into play until people click on your videos. So in this video, I specifically want to answer your guys' questions in terms of how to rate a proper title so that people click on it, as well as some thumbnail tips, because I definitely have some tips to help you guys get more clicks by using your thumbnails as well as your titles. So we're going to be kind of going through my process actually for this YouTube video. So together we're going to be coming up with a title for this YouTube video as well as creating the thumbnail, and I'm going to share my tips along the way. So this is going to be a little behind the scenes and I hope you guys are going to like it. So the first thing that I'm actually going to do, we're going to come up with a title for this video. Now I already know that I specifically want to talk about click-through rate. I want to make sure that I mention how to get people to actually click on your videos, but I'm not sure what keywords I want to target. Now if you want to learn more about my keyword process and how you can find keywords as well as use keywords within your YouTube videos, check out this video right here because that goes into detail. And again, that's another behind the scenes video and I walk you through the exact process of doing a YouTube video. So definitely check that out. But in terms of your title, you guys may have noticed the way that I structure my title is the exact same every single time. The first chunk of text that is included within my title is in all caps. And before I was a YouTuber, I didn't understand why YouTubers uploaded videos that were in all caps, like the title was in all caps. And I realized that by not including all caps, my videos actually get less views. If I include all caps, especially in the beginning of my title, they get more views. So the first chunk of my title is capitalized and then the rest of it isn't. So what I like to do, I like to kind of be like a heavy hitter, if that makes any sense. So I like to come in with my most important keywords and what I think people are actually gonna wanna click on with the first chunk of my title. So if we take a look at my most recent YouTube videos, you can see the one that I actually just uploaded was how to get your video suggested by YouTube. And that was in all caps. And in reality, that's all someone's going to see if my video appears on their homepage, or if they even see it on my channel. That's probably the only part that they're actually going to see. So I want that in all caps, and I want that to actually be the part that is directed to the viewer, compared to the rest of my title is actually more so directed to YouTube. It's giving them the keywords that they are looking for so that they can know where to rank my video and where to recommend my video across YouTube. So the full title for this video actually was how to get your video suggested by YouTube, the secret to growing even faster on YouTube. I don't expect a lot of people to see the second part. That is specific for YouTube. So if you take a look at some of my other videos that I have, I've got how much YouTube paid me for a video that got 50K views in all caps. Again, that is directed towards the viewer. And then the last part is directed more so towards YouTube with the keywords, and it says my YouTube ads revenue, which is a great keyword. And then especially as a small YouTuber is another good keyword there. So that's kind of the way that I structure my titles within my YouTube videos. And specifically for this video, I'm not really sure what I want to target, but I think the main thing I want to get across, and something that I think you guys are honestly going to click on, is if I say how to get more clicks on your YouTube videos, or I don't want to say how to get more views on your YouTube videos because I don't want to deceive you guys in any way. And that's actually a really good point to bring up right here. All of my videos, I don't want them to be clickbait. I don't want them to ever not live up to what the title says or what is included in the thumbnail. So even if you paid attention to my most recent YouTube video, there was a little graphic on there that shared my stats, and that was actually a screenshot of my stats that I included within that YouTube video. So it's not like I'm ever including clickbait on my videos, because I want to make sure that I live up to it in my videos. I want to create that good reputation with you guys so that you actually trust my content and so that you know it's honestly going to be valuable. So in this video in particular, I want to make sure that I am telling people that I'm going to give them information on how they can get more clicks with their title as well as their thumbnail. And I think that's going to end up being the second part of it, is how to write better titles and improve your thumbnails. But the first part is going to be how to get more clicks on your YouTube videos or how to improve your click-through rate. So I think that's where my keyword research is going to start. Click-through rate YouTube. Actually, that's the first one that pops up. Okay, so we've got click-through rate YouTube, click-through rate YouTube, tips to increase your YouTube views, click-through rate explained. Well, I don't really want to do that. Should you really care about your click-through rate? Yes, I do think you should. Improve your impressions. Maybe I could do improve your click-through rate. We could do something like that. Maybe get more clicks on YouTube is one of the first ones. What's that? get more views, get more views. A lot of people are saying get more views, but I don't really want to just focus on get more views because I think there's a lot that goes into getting more views besides your title and your thumbnail. So I want to make sure that this is still specific to what I am including. But in this YouTube video, I don't want to lie to you guys at all. So let me do a little bit more research, see what I can come up with, and then we're going to continue to format this title. About 10 minutes later, and I have come up with 2 different titles that I could use for this video, but honestly, I already have one that I know I am going to use, or I may still tweak it a little bit more, but I like it more so compared to the other one, and I want to explain that so you guys can better understand how you can do this when you're coming up with your titles as well. So the first title I've got here is how to get people to click on your YouTube videos. That's in all caps, and then it says tips to improve your video titles and thumbnails. The second title idea that I have is get more people to watch your videos, how to title your YouTube videos, and design better thumbnails. Now, after hearing both of those, kind of curious what one you guys think I should use, but in my personal opinion, the first one that I mentioned, the main reason why I don't think it's strong enough and why I'm not going to end up going with that title is just because the end part that I include there says tips to improve your video titles and thumbnails. I just feel like that's not a strong enough keyword. I feel like improve your video titles, it's just not that good. If it said YouTube video titles, I think that would be a little bit different, but I think I'm going to end up going with the second one that says get more people to watch your videos. That's in all caps, and then it says how to title your YouTube videos and design better thumbnails. That just includes 2 just so much better keywords at the end. So in terms of formatting my title, I hope you guys understand how I do that. The first part is mainly for my viewers, and I want that in all caps because I know that people are going to click on it compared to not in all caps. And then the second part is mainly for keywords to make sure that I am using as much as what's given to you. So if you didn't know, I should have actually said this in the beginning. You actually have 100 characters for your YouTube video title. So this one, the one I'm going to end up going with, I think it was at 94 maybe characters. So it's pretty high up there. It's kind of filling the limit, and I want to do that just so that I can target as many keywords as possible and increase my reach across the platform. Now, another thing in terms of your title is you want to use click-worthy words that people actually want to click on. So instead of including a boring title like increase your click-through rate, that's a little bit more boring compared to I'm trying to use trigger words to say get more people to watch your YouTube videos. Like I want people to know that they're actually going to get real results from my videos. So you have to understand how you can use those clickbaity words but also live up to it in your video. So you want to make sure that you're including the right text that's actually going to get people to click on your videos. And one of the easiest ways to do that is just perform research within your own niche. See what words people are including within their videos. I know some of my videos in the past, like my most recent one, I included the word secrets in there, the secret to growing even faster on YouTube. That is kind of a trigger word that people are more likely to click on because who doesn't want to learn a secret? As well as I've been talking a lot about blow up your YouTube channel. So it's not like see a little bit of growth, it's like see a lot of growth within your YouTube channel, and that's more likely to actually get people to click on the video. So really the words that you use within your titles are so important, but I think formatting your titles the right way as well as using kind of the maximum amount of characters that you can use. You've got 100 characters to use, so use as much as you possibly can. That's really going to expand your reach within search and just help the algorithm a little bit. So that's it in terms of my title. We will see what one I end up coming up with because this video is live, so you guys already know what title I ended up coming up with. But the next thing I want to talk about is your thumbnails because that is also so important to improving your click-through rate. And if you're one of the people that more so clicks on videos because you look at the thumbnail, then you have to realize how important the thumbnail is. That is the visual aspect. That's kind of going to be the turning point of someone actually clicking on your video. Let's talk about some thumbnail tips because I definitely do have tips when it comes to creating your thumbnails. You guys may notice that in all of my thumbnails, I have a pretty expressive face, and I do expressive faces on purpose. So if you guys are curious about how I take my thumbnails, I actually shoot them on my camera that I'm using right now. I've got a Canon EOS M50, and I just take an actual photo using this camera. So it's not like I'm doing a recording and then I'm doing specific poses and I'm taking screenshots. I don't think the quality is as good doing it that way. My personal opinion, just my preference. But I use very expressive faces within my thumbnails because that is actually what gets more clicks. YouTube videos that have faces in them or thumbnails that have faces in them get more clicks compared to thumbnails that don't have faces in them. So before I used to shoot a couple of thumbnails that were more so like writing something or typing on my keyboard, I would include those kinds of thumbnails, and then I realized that those weren't getting clicks compared to the thumbnails that included my face. And if I was including a face of me just like smiling, you know, that doesn't get nearly as many clicks as if I have like a shocked face, or if I have like a thinking face or something that is actually expressive. That gets much more clicks to your YouTube videos. I'm telling you, it works wonders. So if you guys can include an expressive face that actually relates to your YouTube video, I recommend doing it. Another thing is definitely the quality of your thumbnail, and I already said this, I take photos for every one of my thumbnails. I don't just do screen captures, and that helps so much to just improve the quality of your thumbnails. And a couple of things that I've learned over the past 2 years of doing YouTube in terms of your thumbnails, when you are doing photos of yourself, like you can see right now, there's a lot going on in the walls behind me. So you kind of want to blur that out. You don't want that to distract from the main focus of your thumbnail. So what I used to do photos of myself and I would include text over the thumbnail, but I realized that the text was a little bit hard to read because